Hello, my name is Elise Nasser, and today I'll be talking about armed conflicts worldwide. So first, I'm going to talk a little bit about World War I. So from 1914 to 1918, the Great War occurred in Europe. Christensen in the Willard and Spackman textbook reports that the U.S. entry into World War I created the need for services to reconstruct wounded soldiers, giving occupational therapy an early opportunity to advance its cause, and providing more jobs for practitioners in the early 1920s. So here are a couple pictures of men serving in World War I, and they're running from trench to trench. And they would be in these trenches for hours, days, months, and sometimes they'd fill up with water and they could lose a foot. And so this was called trench foot back in the day. And then so the nature of World War I was guaranteed to cause many injuries. So a little bit about World War II. Between 1940 and 1959, the economic and social toll of World War II was felt all over the world. According to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, reports that World War II killed more people, destroyed more property, and was among the most devastating in history, with more than 16 million serving and over 200,000 deaths and injuries. Christensen, in the Willard and Spackman textbook, also states that World War II created an increased demand for occupational therapists in order to treat veterans returning from war. He also says that this was a time of immense growth and change in occupational therapy because the focus shifted from the use of arts and crafts toward rehabilitation techniques based on scientific methods. So here are a couple pictures that were taken in early occupational years. So the therapist is having these two men work on weaving and carpentry and making leather tools. Here's another man who's in a mental hospital, and he is working with what was called a laptop loom, and that helped with fine motor skills. So now I'm going to talk about present day. So even now, armed conflicts force occupational therapists to create innovative solutions. The conflict in the Middle East does not appear to have an end in sight, so the stream of wounded veterans will continue to increase. Smith from Balanced Careers states that the Department of Defense reported over 2,000 military deaths and over 20,000 injured in and around Afghanistan between 2001 and 2014. And these numbers just keep increasing among the years. So here are a couple pictures of men serving in Afghanistan, in Iraq. So now I'm going to talk about OT services with armed conflict issues. So the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs also says that in 2017, OT practitioners treated over 400,000 unique patients, accounting for approximately 1.5 million total encounters. They say that the Veterans Health Administration is the single largest employer of occupational therapists, employing more than 1,300 occupational therapists and 137 therapy assistants. So here are a couple pictures of wounded soldiers that we as OTs might be treating one day. So this man, you could see that his arm is hurt. Here's another man being carried out, and his arm that's in the air you can see is burned, and the other one is also wrapped up. So also from the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, they say that OTs provide services that provide health and wellness to those veterans who have or are at risk for developing an injury, illness, disease, or condition. They say that the OT evaluation and treatment supports veterans' engagement in everyday life activities that can affect their health and overall well-being. So here's a picture of an OT in present day, and this was a picture of a man who fought in war and was burned, and so she put the treatment cloth over his arm to help it. This is also a picture of a man who fought in war and lost his arm. So now he has a prosthetic arm and is trying to adapt to his new lifestyle, and the OT is helping him learn how to crack an egg into a bowl. So to wrap up this presentation, I believe that it is important for us as OTs to know how to treat veterans because we're most likely going to be having them as clients one day. So thank you for watching.